So guys, just want to show you some of my mock-ups today, but um, something that we can learn. So, a couple of things. One of them is this was this morning. Yeah, and let's put these on 15 minutes. Yeah, we're already on that. So this is the replay tool and something I want to show you all. And the reason why I've been getting in these trades today. These blue zones, yeah, these are Asian ranges. Usually serve as targets. So obviously there's a target up here, which is why I thought this zone could quite easily be run. But at the minute we're in the range. So that's around the top of the range. This is around the bottom of the range. So we're expecting to take trades at the outskirts and not in the middle of the zone ideally. Okay. So if we go on the replay tool, do this now. Yep. So we had a shoot down earlier, which is a wick which might want to be at least filled a little bit. Wicks usually like to get filled. So what I saw is here is nice and they've got a tap of that zone. And if you notice, a lot of times when the zone taps, just a single wick, like here, 2 wicks there, single wick there, 2 wicks there, single wick there. It's a very wicky pair. So if you come into a zone and it's a wick, you usually want to get in. So on the 5 minute, what I saw is as follows. We have a target down here to fill at least half of this wick. So this was the target. There's also potentially an outstanding area below. So here, there's trend lines. If you see a trend line, nice and gradual, what I start to look at is liquidity. And what I mean by that is there's going to be stops and there's going to be buys here with stops underneath it. So if I popped this zone up and then we continue to play out, the wicks went back into the zone, start to see some build up. Here we go. Start to see some build up there. The on the smaller time frame, I was looking at the 1 minute, so I wanted a more refined entry. So seeing this build up, I know we've got a case potentially under here. Some liquidity being built up, depending on how you want to draw the trend. In general, though, stop, stop, stop. So we've got a target somewhere down here. I entered on the second tap when this started to move. So around there, it come back up into the zone, kept it on, went down. This last wick was what I thought was just going to trickle up a little bit like this because there is a zone above. So I manually stopped myself out because I didn't want to get blasted out by quite a bit. So that last move, there's liquidity there. And before there's a movement down the other way in a decent amount, you usually want to see the liquidity being taken. So I was taken, I was a stop loss there. I was taken out, and then the market moved. So then we saw a decent movement down. So when we fail to meet that target down there, what I then thought is obviously people are shorting. They think that's the movement, that's the way it's going to go. Some of this trend line was taken out. Some of these bottoms, not quite, but the target could potentially be stronger up top, so it could easily run the zone. I were expecting like a nice one, maybe two, and then just a bugger off and just a quick shot. That's what I wanted. So Then when I saw this, I can't remember how I drew the trend line thing I took. Yeah, the wicks off. So around there, I saw around this formation, basically a head and shoulders there, and I wanted that. So when it came against me there, basically what I did, I just manually stopped because that could be the last movement to really bugger off. That's a formation what looks about right. And because we didn't really break anything significant here, we just took some of this out. I just thought this would be a continuation of how we were forming. So I stopped myself out around about there, above that. And then the market has done its thing. It just absolutely melted down for me when the volume came in about 2:30. So between 1:30, 2:30, there's usually a nice move for the day. That was corresponding with what Euro was doing around that time of day, getting into a higher time frame zone, which is similar to the zone what the dollar index is bouncing off of. So we got a reaction from there, and that was the reaction for the day. Didn't quite get it, but it's fine. As you can see on here, um, still, still 2.7, 2.7 KO on the week. Bit of kick in the teeth, couple of losses today, but didn't want to give any out where wasn't in love with his own. So yeah, right idea, wrong entries. We had a bit of a fight about trying to get in and out of trades. Put the wrong pair on twice um, on the MetaTrader, but them's the breaks, and that's it now. So there's potentially a late short, similar sort of idea on GU, but not really. Time of day, it's Friday. Things might be slowing down a little bit. We could just have a little meltdown, but there's to cover where we are here, even if we just stuck one on. To target Asia, it's only a 1 to 2. So really it'd just be trading to get in something. I'll leave that on because that'll probably play out. Um, but yeah, it's not something I wanted to take. Things are sort of slowing down towards the end of Friday. Some bottoms there to be taken and a decent target this Asia range.